What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for tuning in for another fantastic video. This week, this week was been really crazy. Been, I guess, especially if you're an NIO shareholder, you got really tossed around, very much in warp speed around on Friday due to Andrew's left allegations of overvalue, blah blah blah. You can say overvalue to a lot of things, but we're not here to really talk about that. We're going to be looking at some of the larger plays that are coming out for earnings this week. Of course, NIO is the one of the largest ones on Tuesday afternoon. We have JD, we have Tyson's Food, we have Smile Direct, we got Wally Mark, we got the Home Depots, we got the Target, we got the Lowe's, we got the NVIDIAs, we got the BJs, the Macy's, Workday. We have a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of other ones that are just kind of like low flyers, like I have a strange conundrum with Brightview, which is like a landscaping company. I think that's going to be maybe a surprise. We got the Jack in the Box there is also could be a surprise. And I also like Casper, which I'm actually more. This is kind of funny because I own two purple mattresses. I don't actually know Casper, but I know a lot of people who are happy with the Casper mattress, but again, I want to see how they perform on earnings. And then the one that's been popping up on our Discord again has been Canadian Solar. So that has come up quite a bit alongside of people asking, of course, with a lot of the solar stocks have been soaring due to Biden winning. Looking at again, in the Discord, completely free, description down below, join, chat, have fun, learn something, maybe laugh a little bit, maybe even cry. But well, just go ahead and check that down below. So what we're going to be doing today, we're just going to be kind of just perusing a couple of these top tickers that are being performing or having earnings next week. We're just going to be looking at the charts. It's going to be very simple, very basic kind of stuff. Kind of give an over-under in the sense of support resistance. And I'm not going to give you my whatever, like I can't tell the future. I can tell you again, if anyone knows, earnings are a coin flip. Anything can happen. Be ready for an upside surprise, a crazy move, or just nothing. A lot of these ones are like Sonos. I love Sonos. I have Sonos speakers. They're fantastic. I have no idea how the stock could do on earnings. No, I don't think anyone does. L Brands, that'll be an interesting one to watch as well. But let's just go ahead and just kind of jump to the charts. Of course, we have some of them that are kind of in the same category, the same cohort. Basically, same with Walmart, Target, and BJ's. Kind of in the same kind of market. Mostly Target and Walmart is really direct, in the same kind of huge store that's everywhere. Everyone loves to go there, depending on where you are. Of course, Home Depot and Lowe's, they're straight competitors. We got TJX with Macy's. That's kind of the same department store kind of things. We got Ross, another department store. We have Kohl's, another stock that a lot of people I see in the chat and also in the Discord is C Limited. Again, that's kind of like the Shopify stock, but in Southeast Asia. That's going to be an interesting one. Another one I want to watch is Airmark. So that's going to be one on how they're doing and if they're winning any contracts over from that. So let's go ahead and just jump into the charts. All right, we're going to move that to the side. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into JD.com. Looking here at the chart, it's been performing very well, even with a lot of the Chinese stocks been underperforming due to the EV movement. Of course, with NIO, short selling, Alibaba is not doing too well as well. There's kind of hit a little clump with the Ant IPO. But that being said, not looking at this any further, looking kind of getting these Fibonacci retracements away, we're seeing it trade fairly well. Again, with earnings, complete coin flip, but we're seeing potentially a double top here. If we can get a strong earnings, we can easily see some upside come through and potentially break that $95 level. To the downside, we're going to be looking for some support around 86 to around 83 level up to the downside. I think they have weekly options. They do. So looking for a move about $10. For the week. Again, it's coming out on Monday, so that easily could show that support around that the 21 EMA, which is that yellow line down below. Next one, we're just going to be jumping right into Macy's. That's going to be coming out on Thursday before the market opens. And of course, retail has been really under fire. Sadly, Macy's has not really made the transition to a lot of online sales. and due to a lot of stores they have, a lot of debt, they have a lot of issues ahead. They were trying to make a recovery before the pandemic. The pandemic has not helped, and the virus has really put a thorn in their butt, if you know what I mean. More than a thorn, a butt was more like a pitchfork that was flaming, and then it had acid on it. But with this really strong moves here, we're seeing this to kind of basically kind of trade in a range here. It's really just again, we need to see more information come out from the vaccine. I know that we saw Pfizer. I know J&J and Moderna are saying that they're going to be reporting potential results in the coming weeks. A lot of people are hyping on that. With this one, we're looking for an earnings move of maybe for the week just a buck plus or minus. With that being said, that's not really that much of a greatest move. To the downside, is basically could potentially hold a 21 EMA. With again that vaccine news from Pfizer, I think this got a huge uplift. We saw that move basically from $6.50 all the way up to $8. So that was a pretty large deviation move on just on that front. And now we're just kind of see it kind of maybe just kind of statically trade here and kind of wait until earnings again. It's on Thursday. We might get a lot more movement onto it because again, we're going to have TJX. We're going to have Kohl's also report before them. So that move might be already caked in there. Next one is going to be the old Tyson Foods. Again, this one has, again, it feeds America. It makes the chicken, it makes the pork, and all that kind of stuff. This one, of course, was hit by the pandemic as well. Literally, they had to shut down multiple of their factories due to outbreaks from their employees, and it really just kind of put a little kink in their walk. And really seeing this pattern really pretty close here. This is just the trading in the range pattern here. Like this is that. Look at that box. It's just basically just kind of waiting, kind of isolating here. That 144 EMA, which is that green line there, has been overhead resistance multiple times. 1, 2, 3. Is it fourth time? I don't know. We'll find out Monday morning. Again, this is before the market opens on Monday, so we'll see how that one plays out. With that earnings, it looks fairly strong going into earnings, but again, it had that huge bounce the previous week due to the potential of Pfizer's 90% success rate on their vaccine. Next, going to be jumping to Target. I love going to Target with my little girl. It's so much fun. Always look at the toys. Always great. Always clean at our Target. With Target, full disclosure, I own stock within Target, Walmart, Home Depot, NIO, and what else on this list? Nothing else on the list right now. I did sell my JD stock last week. Anyways, so with Target, like this move here, Target has been super strong here, going into really just getting that deal with Ulta. They got a great deal with Ulta, the makeup company. They're going to be using their products in there. Last quarter, last earnings was a huge gap up. I'm not sure. I'm not going to again predict on what could happen or what large the amount of move is, but the market makers are looking for a move of plus or minus $10. So if we just do some very basic Fibonacci analysis here, we can do here from the swing high, go swing low, that low from high, that previous 100% move. We're potentially looking for that break above that previous high, which would kind of make this kind of cup kind of handle breakout here to above 167. I don't know why that didn't click to the top there. Let me make sure I click that. Okay, this is actually the top here. Thank you. And there. All right, so it breaks up to that 167. Still didn't click the top, but you know it's okay. So the 167.42 would be the higher prices, and then looking for the potential targets above 187 to 190, with the longer term goal looking for around for 214. To the downside, you're seeing some initial support come in here around 150. We have been seeing here some support here, and that was a previous breakouts and support previously on those charts there. Next one's going to be Wally Mark. Wally Mark, whew, this thing has been popping. This one has been super strong here. Again, just like Target. So Walmart reports actually on Tuesday morning. Target reports on Wednesday morning. So Target might already move if Walmart has a fantastic quarter. This thing looks super strong. I'm a little concerned of it running into earnings, but again, that vaccine news made a huge rotation and a lot of stocks jumping out of the higher tech stuff and jumping more into retail. This thing is, again, the Snapchat deal all this other stuff that Walmart has going for it, I think I definitely see this one really being working higher here. Again, I own shares in Walmart and Target. This one looks like, for again, my initial targets is looking for around 160 above. Downside support is going to be kind of coming in, or they're saying plus or minus $7. So we're currently trading in that could really come into that 21 EMA or the 618 from the previous swing. So looking around $145 to $144 there. And then I'm switching back to technology. This one has been a complete gangbusters here. That's C Unlimited, the Southeast Asia, basically Shopify kind of platform, allowing people to sell, buy, and create sites and things like that, payments. This thing has just been completely blowing up here. Really just trading just a year ago around $35. Now it's up to 187. I'm sure Andrew Left and Citron Supports are going to be coming out and be doing a piece on this just for no bargains or whatever. This one is going to be a little more difficult. The trade has been very just continue going higher. You can see the trend. It's a very much of a bull market here in SE. We're seeing initial support coming into that 34 EMA here, coming down to the 50-day a couple times on extreme moves. Again, the market did have some extreme moves for the election and other various sell-offs the last couple weeks, but this thing has been holding up very well, and this trend still looks higher. Again, with earnings, it's a coin flip, so get ready for anything from that one. Sticking with tech, we got Workday. Basically just takes care of HR and cuts them out and makes their job a little bit easier. This thing has been a pretty good performer. Again, this is going to be a metric on how many companies are signing. You saw last quarter was a complete gangbusters. Huge pop higher, but then gave it all back. Again, I don't know the story behind this one, but it came back down, trading a little bit sideways here. But I like this kind of run into earnings. I think this could pop if we have any good numbers. We're going to be looking for those previous highs around 248 to 250. This move is looking for around $18. $18, folks, and that's going to be on Thursday after the close. So this is definitely one to keep on your radar to see how that performs. Next, we're going to be going to the home builders, or the not home builders, the Lowe's and the Home Depots, the supply stores for anything from landscaping to basic building supplies to appliances to anything kind of home makeovers kind of stuff. And of course, we've known that's been a ongoing thing due to the fact of all the people staying at home, redecorating their house, redoing their windows, maybe getting a porch, maybe getting that swing set they wanted to get built with the wood, or they're adding new landscaping, they're adding a patio, whatever things like Home Depot and Lowe's has it. Lowe's is currently in a transition, I believe. They just have a newer CEO kind of come in. It has been performing very well, even though it's been a little bit rocky, again, due to these like very large jousting moves here. A little bit sloppy here on the charts here, to be quite honest. I don't like to see the 5 and 8 below the 21 EMA, but it's kind of finding some high, like these lower lows here. Not the largest, biggest fan of like a trend. Would like to see this, if this can break and stay above the 21 EMA, which would be around 163 to 165. This definitely could potentially run up to around 172. Again, with that move, we're looking for a move about $10 again. $10 is the name of the game, and looking for that move again that would put it well above that 170 price target. But we really need to see on how this one plays out. Again, the last quarter was good, but it wasn't as great here. And the next one, we got the Home Depot. Home Depot, kind of the same pattern here. Not as choppy. It's still a very choppy pattern because, again, we're really seeing this not parabolic. This little bit of a ping pong box. It's kind of bouncing before and kind of see how this plays out. Of course, this move is probably going to be around $10. It's 11.11. Ooh, that's a nice number. With that number looking through here, this could easily put it back above this previous highs. But again, keep in mind that these overhead resistance around 290 to 288 to be some overhead resistance, to the downside support becoming around 266 to 265, kind of just bouncing around in this box here. Again, a little bit more form than Lowe's chart, but again, they're still in the same category. They just need to beat some numbers. Second one is going to be coming out. This one's going to be coming out on Monday after the close. This is Smile Direct Club. This is the braces, cleaning kind of new way of doing things. Again, I have braces 15, 20 years ago, so I don't know how they do things now. With this one, a very choppy chart. This is a very, very, very choppy chart. Just really seeing some really overhead pressure coming in around that $12.99 to $13 and really not being able to get above that. But we're seeing some strong support around $8.20 and then that basically that $9.59 there. Depending on how this one plays out, we'll see on those support levels breaking. What is the move for this one? No, I hit my account. They're looking for about a $2 here move. $2 move would definitely put it back up to around that $11 range. But this thing is very choppy here. We have the 5 and 8 through the 21. And the 5 and 8 moving averages are kind of pointing slightly to the ground. So this is just a very choppy chart. I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Last but not second to last is NVDA. Holy moly. This one is definitely a very strong company. They have a lot going for it, a lot of betting on the future. Is it overpriced? Depending on who you're asking. That being said, it has been very much in choppy markets. You can really see here, not really getting up from its previous high, which is around $588. Not really getting breaking above that. With earnings, I think if they release anything about their deal with, I think it's ARM Holdings or something like that, if the Chinese government allows them to buy that, this thing could definitely pop higher. And for the long-term trend, if this really holds and it doesn't break below the $500 marker, we're easily looking for $600 plus for NVIDIA in the little bit longer trade. Last but not least, sorry, I did not mean to leave this one for last, but NIO reports Tuesday after the bell on Tuesday after the close. This one has been a gangbusters ride here. Of course, this has been a rocket ship higher with that huge short report coming out on Friday. I can just really break down. Look at this chart on Friday. Like it was it hit an all-time high and then boom, short report came out, bled lower, tried to get it back up, got hit again, tried to get back up, got hit again, and then finally got back up and the bell closed and stopped the pain for NIO. That being said, does NIO can make a rebound? Yes, I think NIO is still somewhat to kind of keep an eye out here. They're also expecting a move of $10 next week. That's going to be very volatile stock. Of course, on its huge run-up, we saw a lot of its other Chinese competitors report great earnings. Is this already baked in? That's my only concern in the sense of like this huge run-up. I think we could just be flat. It could be sideways. Who knows? Again, it's a coin flip. Initially, we're looking for that support. Look at those purple dots here. I don't know if I can zoom in a little bit here. It has really showed those parabolic SAR dots very well. And it's been really admiring the 8 EMA, which is the purple line here, and it has not really broken through that. So if you're familiar with really fast-moving momentum stocks, it really likes that 8 EMA here between the 5 and 8. Those are anytime buying opportunities. As this being said, running to earnings, this is going to be a very difficult one to trade. Definitely look out for this one come Tuesday. You might get an opportunity to buy some at a very discounted price. But if this trend holds and wants to go higher, we should easily break 52 to looking for around $69 there. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a little bit of a longer-winded video. Thank you again for coming out and watching. Again, this is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace!